Did you know one of the earliest formal academies in history was founded by an ancient philosopher whose dialogues still fascinate us today? Get ready, because we're about to journey through the ideas of the most brilliant minds in history, ideas that continue to shape how we live, think, and interact every single day. Let's dive in. Number 10. Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu stands at the root of Taoist thought, gifting the world with the Tao Te Ching, a mystically poetic guide that explores the harmony of existence. Picture a humble figure, contently scribbling his wisdom. As legend says, he rode off on a water buffalo, departing civilization to pursue complete harmony with nature. Though we may never fully confirm the details of his life, his influence stands tall in Eastern philosophy, urging us to seek balance in all aspects of existence. Every so often, we come back to his simple but profound words. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That phrase alone has pulled countless people out of indecision and into action. It's comforting, it's motivating, and it proves that one humble voice can echo throughout the centuries, shaping an entire cultural perspective. Lao Tzu's approach is a reminder to pause and appreciate the natural flow of life, especially in our hectic modern times. Number 9. Confucius. Next up is Confucius, often seen as the moral backbone of Chinese culture. If you've ever heard the phrase, "Do not impose on others what you do not wish for yourself," that's Confucius in a nutshell. But he's more than just proverb-level wisdom. He focused deeply on respect for elders, family values, and shaping society through refined moral conduct. He traveled across ancient Chinese states, offering advice to rulers on how to govern with benevolence. Confucius believed that true leadership starts from personal virtue. In other words, the ethical character of the ruler cascades down to the people. His influence is so profound that remnants of his teachings remain integral to Asian cultures even now, quietly guiding social norms and personal conduct. When you think about the importance of politeness, generosity, and empathy, Confucius is right there, nodding in agreement. Number 8. Socrates. The man who loved to ask questions. Socrates never wrote a book, never formed a formal school, yet he's considered a pillar of Western philosophy. Why? Because he dug into the human mind by simply asking, "Why?" over and over. Through conversation and constant inquiry, he challenged people to examine their assumptions, aiming to find wisdom by admitting ignorance. His relentless, open-ended approach to questioning, what we call the Socratic method, still stands at the heart of law schools, debate clubs, and academic circles worldwide. Picture him strolling through the streets of Athens, pausing strangers, and sparking deep, transformative conversations that linger in your mind long after. Socrates was a fearless pursuer of truth, and his methods urged us to never take knowledge for granted, but to keep digging, keep questioning. Number 7. Plato. Welcome to the founder of the Academy in Athens, the place many regard as the first real institution of higher learning in the Western world. Plato, a student of Socrates, was both a philosopher and a teacher who shaped countless minds, including the next genius on this list. From his famous allegory of the cave, where he illustrates how our perceptions can deceive us, to his treatises on ethics and politics, Plato transformed how we approach knowledge and governance. Many of our modern debates about politics, art, and morality trace their roots back to Plato's dialogues, which continue to fascinate both curious newcomers and seasoned scholars. He taught us to question the essence of reality itself. Is there a perfect form of everything, or are we merely seeing shadows of a deeper truth? Plato kept these questions alive, challenging us to expand our perspectives. Number 6. Aristotle. In the wake of Plato comes Aristotle, one of the most colossal minds in history, revered for his mastery in just about every field of study. He wrote on ethics, logic, biology, physics, politics, poetics, you name it. He was the mentor to Alexander the Great, although some say that student overshadowed the teacher's legacy by conquering large portions of the known world. Yet Aristotle's own intellectual conquests were equally wide, shaping the foundations of Western philosophy and science. He formalized the structure of logical thinking and introduced the concept of categorizing knowledge. Whenever you classify things, be it species of animals or subgenres of movies, you're indirectly standing on Aristotle's shoulders. His thirst for systematic analysis urged us to see patterns and draw conclusions based on observation and reason. If you've ever debated any topic logically, you've paid homage to Aristotle's methodical brilliance. Number 5. Thomas Aquinas. At the midway point, we encounter the medieval titan who merged ancient philosophical principles with theological inquiries. Thomas Aquinas brought Aristotle's reasoning into Christian teachings, producing an intellectual framework that profoundly shaped European thought. His masterpiece, Summa Theologica, is a mountain of philosophical and theological exploration that still challenges thinkers everywhere. But Aquinas was more than dusty pages of dogma. He believed in using reason as a path to understanding faith and morality. That synergy between belief and logic paved the way for modern discussions about spirituality, ethics, and the relationship between science and religion. Let's take a quick moment. If you're enjoying this so far, hit that like button and let's keep this energetic exploration going. Number 4. René Descartes. Picture a man in a secluded room in the 17th century, determined to doubt everything he could. The result? I think, therefore I am. Yes, that's René Descartes, the father of modern philosophy. He believed in radical doubt, systematically questioning every belief to see which ones stand on firm ground. This was a turning point that propelled Western thought into a new age of rational investigation. Beyond philosophy, Descartes was a mathematician who invented the Cartesian coordinate system. Ever used an X and Y axis? Thank him. He also wrote on optics and physiology, bridging gaps between various domains. His legacy is the importance of rational clarity, the power of methodical skepticism, and the unbreakable link between a questioning mind and real discovery. Number 3. Immanuel Kant. Kant's mission was to pinpoint the boundaries of human understanding. What can we truly know? How do we perceive the world? The German philosopher wrote extensively on ethics, epistemology, and aesthetics, shaping the discourse of the Enlightenment era. His categorical imperative is famed for guiding moral action based on universal principles. If you can't will your action to be a universal law for everyone, then it's not truly ethical. He confronted the tension between reason and experience, nudging us to realize how our minds actively shape the reality we perceive. Imagine each of us sporting mental filters, shaping raw sensory data into a comprehensible world. That's Kant's transformative idea, one that continues to inspire scientists, psychologists, and philosophers to this day. Number 2. John Locke. John Locke, widely admired for his towering contributions to political philosophy, advanced the concept of natural rights and the notion of the social contract. Essentially, he championed the idea that government is legitimate only when it safeguards people's life, liberty, and property. His works influenced revolutions, literal ones, like the American Revolution, shaping the democratic ideals we see in constitutions worldwide. His perspective on personal identity, that consciousness and memory define who we are, stirred ongoing debates in psychology and ethics. By emphasizing individual rights and limiting governmental power, Locke reconfigured the relationship between individuals and the state, advocating personal freedoms that paved the way for modern liberal democracies. Number 1. Friedrich Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche, flamboyant and undeniably influential, challenged established moralities and introduced us to the concept of the Übermensch, often translated as overman. He was all about living authentically, seizing personal strength, and breaking free from what he saw as life-denying values. You've likely heard some version of, "That which does not break me only makes me stronger." That's Nietzsche. Though his writings can be controversial when pulled out of context, the deeper message is about forging your path and transcending perceived limitations. He believed life was a continual recreation of oneself, urging individuals to go beyond inherited systems of morality and tradition. In doing so, Nietzsche not only rewrote the philosophical landscape, but influenced fields such as psychology, literature, and cultural studies. He's often seen as the philosopher who cut to the raw nerve of the human condition, making us confront our most genuine selves. And there we have it, 10 astounding minds who explored realms from ethics and politics to reality itself. They questioned life as they saw it and bravely shaped entire civilizations and cultures. Who resonates with you the most? Did any of their ideas spark a fresh perspective in your mind? If you enjoyed this cosmic journey through the annals of philosophy, hit subscribe, tap that notification bell, and share this with a friend. Maybe you'll spark a little philosophical debate of your own. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never let the wonder in your mind be extinguished. Thank you for watching.